So today I'm going to be talking about how I found my winning product, my latest winning product for dropshipping in 2026. So if you look here, I launched the product March 6th, and then within 30 days, within a month, I hit 100K with this product. And just to show you guys the ad metrics, day one, profitable, $150 spend at a 4x ROAS. Day two, a 200 at a 2.5. March 8th, third day, 400 at a 1.5. And March 9th, 300 at a 2.9. March 10th, 650 at a 2x ROAS. So within 5 days, I was able to hit 1.3K with this product, 1.3K a day. So to show you guys the things that, like kind of the criteria that I look for when I pick a product is number one, you got to be able to source it because one of the first few products that I launched it, I got a couple sales, but I had to refund everybody because nobody was able to source it for me. So obviously this is very self-explanatory, but I usually go to AliExpress. And if you search for it with the image thing, I'll just show you guys. You want to go here. For example, if you're doing this product, I'm going to screenshot it, go to AliExpress, drag it here. And yeah, they're just going to show you, they're going to pull everything up. And you can kind of guess that it's going to be $1 for your cogs. And it says free shipping, but if they were to charge you for something this light, then they would probably charge you like what, like $3-4 maximum for shipping. So it's going to be $4 or $5 in total for your cogs plus shipping, right? So that's kind of what I look for. And you can use 1688, but my thing's not working right now. So yeah, I would also go here to kind of check the cogs. But you want to be able to source it. You want to just check to see if it's there and you can actually sell it. Number two, you want to make sure it has it's like good perceived value. So if you look here, this is going to break a lot of people's limiting beliefs because yeah, a lot of people think that they can't sell their product at a higher pricing point than what they currently are doing. However, if you look here, One Compress is selling socks, one pair of socks for $50, which is kind of crazy. I don't think anybody would pay $50 for a pair of socks. However, they're doing this through their marketing, and their perceived value is super high because they're solving a very clear pain point. They're marketing it so that these bamboo socks and the bamboo gloves they're selling solve the problem of arthritis. Nobody wants arthritis. So people who get convinced through the marketing, they have an urgent problem to solve, which is why they pay $50 for their socks, right? So good perceived value, 4x markup minimum, not too big or bulky to ship out. I kind of covered that. Obviously, you don't want to ship out like a trampoline or like a jacuzzi because it's going to be too expensive to ship out, and solves a clear pain point and deep desire to solve. Needs to be urgent, solves insecurity. So to kind of dig deeper into what I mean here, arthritis is an issue that if you're dealing with or you're about to deal with, like nobody wants to deal with that, and it's an urgent problem that needs to be fixed. To give you guys an even more simple example, for example, if I'm boxing and somebody hits me in the face and it kind of hurts, then I'm just gonna be like, okay, it's gonna get bruised, but it's gonna go away soon. I don't need to worry about it at all. But if somebody hits me in the face and my tooth falls out or like I dislocate my jaw, then I'm gonna pay money to fix that like immediately because I don't want to fuck my face up for the rest of my life, right? So that's like an extreme example of going to show you how people will pay good money to solve a problem that they need fixed like immediately. So if your target avatar if you're really good at calling your target avatar out through your ads and they want to fix the problem that you're solving super quick or like right now, they will pay that money. So that kind of ties into the 4x markup minimum for the perceived value, or it can solve an insecurity. A really good example is people who sell weight loss products or like hair loss products. Like nobody wants to be bald, nobody wants to be fat. And if it's like a really urgent issue for them, like they're going on a date with a girl and they really like this girl, they want to look good for them, they will pay money for like a supplement to fix their hair or fix their weight to look good for the opposite sex, right? Number five is I really want it to be evergreen and not a pump and dump store. Cause a lot of people go for seasonal products. They sell like snowmen and like Christmas trees or like gift packaging like wraps during Q4 because it's like winter season and like gifting season. But their products are going to die out within a month. I don't really want that. I want an evergreen product that I can sell throughout the whole year because I don't want to deal with setting up another Shopify store and redoing market research, redoing everything. I don't want to do that. So I want evergreen products that I can sell throughout Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And then checking for competition. I use similarweb, Amazon, and Google Trends mainly. So if I'm doing Rosabella, let's just do Rosabella because I was looking at them. Rosabella, they're selling Moringa. And if you look here, United States, 2004 to present, web search, the demand for Moringa is only going up. And if you look here, -2. But the graph itself is going up. So as long as the graph itself is trending up, you're in a good position to sell it. So because you know that the demand's going up. And number 2, you want to go to similarweb. You don't have to pay for this, by the way. You just want to go to similarweb, and you kind of want to search. If you put in their link, like right here, you put their link in right here. Yeah, they show you how many people visit their Shopify store within the month. So 1.9. So to kind of guess how much they're currently doing, I just calculate it. So let's just do 1.9.02. The reason why I do 0.02 is because the average conversion rate for an e-com store is 2%. So I just times that, and that's 38K. 38,000 people. How much are they selling this for? 40. Okay, let's just say their AOV is 40 bucks. 40 bucks. So they're probably doing 1.5 mil every single month, just through their Shopify store, and that's excluding Amazon, which is that they're in a very good position. And obviously, they're not just selling this product only. So even if we like tone it down a bit, that's still like a mil a month, which is proven to show the demand, right? In Google Trends, yeah, Google Trends, similarweb, and then Amazon as well. I just searched up Moringa here, and yeah, if you look here, 1K plus people bought in the past month, 10K, and this isn't this isn't Rosabella. So I can just see like, okay, cool, a lot of people want this Moringa supplement, so this product is in demand. So this is kind of just a brief overview of what I like to check before I launch something. And to, like, kind of a bonus to this is, I like something that's easy to bundle it with, just for the AOV maxing purposes. For example, if I sell a hair loss supplement, I would bundle that with like a cap, or like a serum that you can put on your hair. It's just something else that goes along with my supplement to support the same pain point, right? And easy to expand to other product categories is basically once you rinse the TAM, I just want another product that I can sell within the same store that makes sense. So if I'm selling like a hair loss supplement, then I could expand into selling the serum as like one of my main products, right? So that's something else I look for. And reoccurring subscriptions are like a really big thing in e-com nowadays, just because like if you're able to be profitable within your first purchase, that's very good. But a lot of people have trouble because paid ads is it's like a roller coaster, so you never know when you're going to be profitable or not, if you're not like an established brand. So if you charge somebody on a subscription and it's reoccurring, they need the product over and over again. You can kind of project or like forecast the monthly recurring revenue, which is super good, because at the end of the day, if your product is something they need month after month and you can sell it to them month after month, just put them on subscription. The MRR is something that's super helpful to e-com brand owners because you don't need to pay for the customer again, right? So you're saving your customer acquisition costs. So this is something else that I look for. I hope that makes sense. And now there's two different ways to really test. The number one way that's most common is calo ripping. You just go on kalodata, you rip the you rip the videos, the top videos, you launch them, you just see if it works. But the reason why I don't like that angle, if you don't know what you're doing, is it's no different to gambling. Like you might as well just take your money and just bet it on a meme coin or something like that, and you probably are gonna get a better financial ROI that way. But the only way calo ripping actually works is if you just want to test your angles super quickly. What I mean by this is, so your product solves a pain point, a certain pain point. Like let's just go for this. Let's just say, super common example, they solve the pain point of bad ankles, right? Bad ankles, they solve the pain point. Cool. That's who we're selling to, people. And then we could narrow our avatar down to athletes. We could sell to athletes who have bad ankles. Okay, cool. Now we want to go for different angles, and what I mean by that is the different messaging, the messaging points, or like the different angles that you're trying to communicate your product through to convince them to buy, right? So if you have the videos in place and you just want to rip them to angle test super quickly, go for it. But the people who don't know what that is, I wouldn't do that because it's basically just gambling. So that's one way to tackle existing avatars that are already being sold to. But what you can also do is you can find an underserved avatar or desire and create a new market for that. And to give you guys a simple example to that as well, is if everybody who's selling this bamboo sock is selling to athletes, then I could sell to old people. Like if I do the market research, nobody's selling to old people with bad ankles for this specific product, I could probably create a new avatar that I could sell to. Yeah, sorry. I could target the old people who have bad ankles, and I could sell to them. That like it doesn't really work like that. It's not that simple, but just to give you guys a very simple simple example, right? So avatar, everybody targeting them. Who is not being served? Old people for the same product. So I could sell to them, create a completely new market for them. And this is kind of the prompt that I use. I'll link it down below if anybody wants it. But yeah, I'm not going through this because I don't want to show my Claude chats. That's just going to expose the product that I'm running. But this is the prompt that I use. It kind of finds the underserved market for your specific product, and it does a competitor research for you. So this is something that I can link below for people that want to use it. But essentially, the outcome you're looking for when you use this prompt is to find avatars that aren't being targeted to, so you can be the first one to target them and serve that market and basically take the whole market share, right? Because if this is the whole TAM, and athletes are already being sold to, you just want a small piece of the pie to begin with, and so sell to old people, right? So that's kind of what I want to do. So these are the two different methods that I use to test. Go for the existing market already, kind of use the angles that my competitors are going for, see what happens there, or find a new avatar and target them. And the reason why I think the 3-day testing method is BS, like the 3-day testing method for kalodata rips, is because it's just gambling, guys. It's just gambling. You don't want to do this. You don't learn any actual like skills, and it's not long term. Like you might get lucky with a calo rip, but at the end of the day, if the ads run out, or if the product that you're running, you run out of ads to test, like nobody's like making new ads, you're cooked. Your store is just gonna go up and it's just gonna go down, and you're cooked at that point. And nobody wants to deal with that. So you want to know how to actually find new avatars, new desires, come up with angles, and be able to target them, which is why this doc kind of helps when you're going through the testing phase. And yeah, once you exhaust them, like when I actually move on from a product, I know that I've done everything that I could for this specific product, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna move on now. What I mean by that is you have to exhaust all your angles, all the desires you want to test, all the avatars you want to test, and only once you exhaust the options, then I move on, right? Because until then, there's so much room to test and so many things to test as well. There's so many different angles, so many different desires, so many different avatars you can test with a specific product, dependent on the product, obviously. So you can't really do that within 3 days if you're running it on like a $150 daily budget. So I make decisions purely off data. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic for another day. But yeah, long story short, for each desire or avatar or angle that I'm testing, I launch it. If it's above a $3 cost per click at $100 spent, I usually just shut it off, kind of move on to the next one. And every test, I usually spend like $500 or up to like 1K if I have a lot of conviction in it before I move on. This was kind of like, I guess, lucky because it did very well from the first day. So this isn't something that's like common. This just happened to work very well because I was able to find an avatar that was being underserved. But yeah, that just goes to show you that 3-day calo rip method isn't going to work for you, or it might work, but it's not going to be long lasting. So this is the doc I use to kind of find underserved avatars or markets that I want to target, and that's how I target. I hope this video helps people that are like first testing products, because this is exactly what I needed when I first started, because I was just calo ripping mindlessly, not learning any actual skills. But yeah, if that helped, I just hope it helped. Thank you.